Beautiful soul, I bring you the energy update and it starts amazing. The guide said an incredible domino effect has been set into motion, and that means there is so much of the old density collapsing over and over like this domino. It's like ding, 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 ding. And that's old timelines, old structures that were really perpetuating density on our planet, and that leads through all areas of light and life. Yes, quite literally. And with that we are experiencing that upshift in frequency, and that also brings up all that no longer serves, and that can be old emotions, old frequencies. It can be really ancient stuff. And a friend of mine and I, we were talking, and it was like, oh my God, Katerina, it feels like the old me and the new me are fighting with each other. And that can be an experience, because at the same time, with the domino effect, many of you are having awakenings or further alterations of your brain, with the pineal gland and the crown chakra. And with that, it really helps to clear through old programs where you're like, oh my God, my brain is being adjusted. And you may experience that as brain fog, dizziness. You feel like mid-sentence, what was I about to say? Or there's this common typical word that I can't think of. And our nervous system, the neurological pathways in our brain are usually connected in structure. And when old information that's no longer needed is falling away, and certain information still connected with it temporarily, it feels like, oh my God, so much is gone, but it's being rebuilt at the same time. And we are also experiencing the falling away of old limitations. So on one hand, it might feel like, oh my God, am I going backward? At the same time, we are going way further forward. So many of you are experiencing timeline shifts and dimensional shifts. And I've been asked, so how do I recognize if I shift timelines or dimensions? One sign is you feel really strongly the urge to clear, where you're like, oh my God, that's not me any longer, or that needs to change, or think I've outgrown that part. And then there are elements where you feel like, oh my God, is this still me? I'm holding on to this. Am I needing to step further into that? Also that kind of losing the sense of time. It's like, what day is it today? I have enormous difficulty at the moment to know how far are we in the year. And I've prepared the new event and the vision of the new earth for end of May. And it's on the 1st of June, the Sunday. And I was like, yeah, so that's going to be weeks ahead. And it's like, Katerina, it's only 2 weeks. And I have that sometimes when I go food shopping. It's like, you know, the fresh vegetables, how much longer are they holding? And I'm like, I don't really know. And my inner sense of time is completely different. My inner sense of time is mid-April still, and we are already 4 weeks further ahead. And I'm usually quite good. As you see, I never wear a clock, so I'm usually really good with sensing time. But in those periods, and also as part of becoming multidimensional, and for me, I've been in so many dimensions for a number of years now, and there are periods when you shift timelines and dimensions where you're like, whoa, now in this higher frequency range, you know, you look around you energetically, it all feels new and different, and it's more refined the higher you go. And then you also have that strong desire for refreshing, renewing, changing pathways, a sudden desire for change. Things suddenly shift in your life, like for me with the car. And the guides always recommend, while we are adjusting our brain, the guides help us with those brain adjustments, with the further opening of the pineal gland. For some, the Amrita, that golden flow is already flowing, going down the spine on the back, then the front, and then through the whole third eye within. You know, the eye of Horus is quite literally a pathway in the brain. And that's me now. Now, mid-sentence, what was I about to say? So with that, even if you have a wide open pineal gland, going higher in frequency, it's again a reorientation. And with that, so the more are awakening further in their pineal gland, the more who are shifting timelines and into higher dimensions, the more we are also bringing more light to the planet. We have now so solid beacons of light, and Lord Melchizedek is just saying the infrastructure of light is now I'm just listening if it's almost or if it's created across the board, because one of my tasks as you know, in my Cosmic Christ initiations is being a ladder. That means bringing the highest frequency even down into the lowest, and the lowest timeline. And now Lord Melchizedek said, you know, you no longer need to do that, because now the pathways between the highest timeline and the lowest, there's like energetic bridges built. So whoever brings in high, positive, beautiful energies, they now automatically, if you like an aqueduct, it's like rippling down into all structures for all people, accessible. And with that, we are also enhancing and speeding up the ascension process. And like I said in the last video, I'm still so super excited that now the majority of people on Earth are in the second timeline, queuing up to come into the first. And some are like, whoa, we are stabilizers, so where do we go? And what's happening is, because they're more and more into higher dimensions, that can help to smooth out last remnants in the lower, and the domino effect is now going down into them as well, where the density in the deepest, darkest, densest is also shifting. And also those who are intrinsically wired for service to self are now feeling like, shit, I'm losing momentum here. What used to work doesn't quite work anymore. And there's a reorientation on a psychic level, on a soul level happening. It's like, maybe I also need to reroute myself. And with that, the guides have given me the theme for the event on the 1st of June, a vision for the new Earth. And they said right now it's so potent. The more we are in this accelerated energy, our visioning is so much more powerful. And when we join and really open our hearts and our minds, our expanding consciousness into the higher dimensions, we are bringing in that highest vision that is now spread through that amazing new infrastructure all across the globe, through the much heightened frequencies in the various grids of Gaia, the sacred ley line. There's a Christed grid. It's also backed up by a crystalline grid. We still have a platinum frequency all around the globe that is helping with transmutation and drawing out density. I also see a pink and magenta one all around the globe, and the pink is really the high heart healing, and the magenta is the highest, or from the crown chakra, the purple to the red, and those two mixed is then the magenta color. And that's also bringing the above and below together. And that, thank you guys, brings me to the next point. And I was totally baffled. So in each and every one of my initiations, I need to learn and master new skills. And now this one is for the June event, a vision for the new Earth. And that is activating the inner Buddha nature. And I was sitting here deeply connected, and the guides are, Katerina, you understand the peaceful warrior now. And that's a collapsing of light and dark within. It's like when you're in harmony, it's like, I am light, I know, I accept my shadow, I'm working through it, but they're not at odds with each other. And I'm inner calm and peace. And the next step for that is really, and they prepared me for it even with the Christ or Sophia codes, is, you know, I was trained for so many years to go way out with my antenna to bring in these highest frequencies accessible. And now it's like bringing that energy deeply into the heart. And literally my whole energy is resting in my heart and then in my core. And it's like, whoa, and really feeling into that frequency. It's that higher self, not only hovering above, it's literally when it comes in, anchors within more and more. And it's like, oh my God, I'm now in the quantum field while fully awake, while not doing any heightened energetic work. It's like in my normal consciousness without any effort, I'm in it. And I'm still in awe, and I can feel how different life feels like. And from that inner place, it's that beingness. From that place, I create, I connect. I now, with the car issues, I know it's working. So that was a benevolent learning curve for me to say, I can trust this now. And now we are going to have 1010 in the recording. It's a portal for us to go through. And that is now becoming accessible for us in the field. And I will pass all these codes on in the June event as well, with the activation of divine truth that really pierces through all the illusions, all belief systems, conditioning. Who am I? What am I capable of? And that's blasting through any and all old limitations. And it's like, whoa, it's like a laser beam, like ding, 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 ding. And that's an internal domino effect they're saying just right now. It's like, yeah, I can feel that. And with that, we are then able, it's like the old way of how we perceive the world is now becoming a house of cards that's collapsing, and it's like we are stepping into the true reality. And I loved fairy tales as a child, and I still do. And there's always this one sentence that stuck with me at a time when dreams and wishes still came true. And it's 11:11 now in the recording. And now we are again at the time where dreams and visions are coming true, because the old interference system is collapsing, both in the outside, also synthetically generated, and now happening within us. And with that, it's like, oh my God, in my day-to-day life, more and more can I anchor that higher frequency. I can access the inner Buddha, or the inner Kuan Yin, or the inner Mary Magdalene, or the inner Yeshua, the Christ consciousness. For me, it's just Buddha, because he's so calm. And as you can see, I'm not naturally calm. And with that, it's that feeling of, oh my God, I'm here. And I can now operate that. And it's also how I bought the jumper here from Sorella, a local shop. And the lady and I, we had such a lovely chat with each other. She's an independent shop. And you know how we also, me being self-employed, you know, that network of paving the way for new, how we can support one another, and how you then experience that sisterhood across the board, where it's in 1222, you know, that we are now aligning with each other so effortlessly. And the guides are saying, yes, we are all spreading our wings, we are all stepping into our angelic or archangelic templates, into our galactic self. Crystalline DNA codes are coming in and really accelerating our experience and template. And each and every action you make, you know, following that new, and it's okay to have that tug of war between old and new. So no need to judge, no need to be harsh on ourselves. It's like, hey, every step that I make is a breakthrough. Every step that I make, I celebrate. And with that energy, that momentum, and that domino effect from old collapsing and new rising is increasing. So let's see what light language is coming in. Ooh, oh God, I can feel so many of the Ascended Masters. They're all gathering with the galactics, and they're saying we are now dialed into the Galactic Council. Okay. So let's see what they wish to share with us. And you can hold your hands over your heart, and I dedicate this throughout all world, time, spaces, and dimensions to the highest degree, for the highest and greatest good of all. Iashkata sa na maha. Miwa kata sa sa na maha. Miwashki ikiakata sa. Miyakata Nana masa miyakata sasana maha. We are your galactic brothers and sisters, and we welcome you into that ever-expanding realm of love, of joy, of abundance, of appreciations. And we can see how your hearts are glowing, igniting, really opening to those Christ conscious codes that are now so readily available and permeating the field of earth. We can also feel that inner sense of so many beings that really wish to rise their frequencies, releasing the old, stepping fully into your highest self and mastery, becoming your highest version and potential, and it brings us so much joy. And we are here from so many places across the universe and multiverse, supporting this incredible acceleration on Earth, where you are taking leaps and bounds that nobody could dare to foresee. We can sense that momentum, that snowball effect that is now even greater than anticipated. And we also welcome everyone who has a change of heart from service to self into service of others. And the window and the opportunity, the pathway and doorway to higher dimensions is always open. It is not just a window in time, it is a window within your heart. Your heart's desire is opening that gateway for you to walk through. And we welcome you. We welcome each and every step towards enlightenment, towards more love, more joy, more freedom, more creative, true, honest, authentic self-expression. Yesh kia kiti si a kata sasa nana maha. Miwi ki ishkata sa na maha. Miwi ki ti si na maha. Nyakata 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 sa na maha. And it is me, Mary Magdalene, together with Yeshua. We just brought in the ruby ray to embrace you in that loving, nurturing, strengthening energy. Literally also working on your cellular structure in your bloodstream, elevating your physical experience, elevating the cellular spin or the frequency within your body that it is able to hold and expand into. And the cosmic brothers are bringing forth emerald codes, not just from Thoth, the emerald tablets from the past. You also receive new codes, new downloads of that emerald ray, nurturing and healing the heart chakra, bringing vibrancy, codes of longevity, overriding templates of aging, limitation, and physical ailments. And together, may they bring you the greatest benevolence. And with this, we wish you farewell and wish you a wonderful time away. Until soon. Namaste. Wow, that was amazing. I'm so grateful for all that they brought in, and I wish you a wonderful weekend ahead, and I can't wait to see you on the 1st of June to accelerate your journey, co-create magic, and activate your inner Buddha nature. And we send you lots and lots of love. Namaste.